Welcome to the start of an incredible journey. You have decided to learn programming, and that decision alone is a huge step. Many people dream about changing their careers, but you are taking action. Programming is more than just writing code. It is a way of thinking, solving problems, and creating things that can impact thousands, even millions, of people. It is a skill that opens doors to new opportunities, offering not just a job, but a fulfilling and dynamic career. You do not need a special background or a genius-level IQ to succeed. All you need is curiosity, persistence, and a clear plan to follow. This roadmap is that plan, designed to guide you from zero experience to job-ready in just 10 months. Think about the world around you. Almost every piece of technology you use, from your smartphone to your car, is powered by code. Programmers are the architects of this digital world. By learning to code, you are gaining the ability to build, not just consume. This path is challenging, there is no doubt about it. You will face moments of frustration when your code doesn't work and you don't know why. But the feeling of finally solving that puzzle, of seeing your program run correctly for the first time, is incredibly rewarding. It is a feeling that never gets old. This guide will help you navigate those challenges and celebrate those victories. This 10-month plan is designed to be realistic and effective. It breaks down a massive goal, becoming a programmer, into small, manageable steps. Each month, you will have a clear focus and specific tasks to accomplish. We will start with the absolute basics, building a solid foundation before moving on to more complex topics. We will cover how to think like a programmer, how to build projects that showcase your skills, and how to prepare yourself for the job market. This isn't just about learning a programming language, it's about learning the craft of software development. It is about transforming yourself into a professional problem solver. Remember that you are not alone on this journey. Millions of people have taught themselves to code and have gone on to build amazing careers. They started exactly where you are now, with a desire to learn and a willingness to put in the work. This guide is based on the path that I and many others have taken. It is a proven strategy that works. So, take a deep breath, get excited, and let's begin. The next 10 months will change your life. Your future as a programmer starts today, with the very first step you take. Let's make it a great one. Your first 2 months are all about building a strong foundation. We will use Python as our starting language because it is known for its simple, readable syntax. This allows you to focus on learning core programming concepts instead of getting stuck on complicated rules. In your first month, your goal is to understand the absolute basics. You will learn about variables, which are like containers for storing data. You will study data types, such as integers, strings, and booleans. You will also learn about the basic operators used for math and logic. The focus here is not speed, but deep understanding. Spend time writing small, simple programs every single day. As you move into the second half of the first month, and into the second, you will start learning about control flow. This is how you make decisions in your code. You will learn about if, elif, and else statements, which allow your program to execute different actions based on different conditions. You will also learn about loops, specifically for and while loops. Loops are fundamental because they let you repeat a task multiple times without writing the same code over and over. Practice by writing programs that do things like count from 1 to 10, or print out every item in a list. These simple exercises build muscle memory and confidence. Next, you will dive into functions. Functions are one of the most important concepts in programming. They are reusable blocks of code that perform a specific task. Think of them as mini programs within your main program. Learning to write good functions will make your code more organized, readable, and efficient. You will practice by taking the small programs you wrote earlier and turning them into functions. For example, you can write a function that takes a number as input and checks if it is even or odd. This is a crucial step in learning to write clean, professional code. By the end of your second month, you should feel comfortable with the fundamentals of Python. You will have learned how to store information, make decisions, repeat actions, and organize your code with functions. You should also be able to solve simple problems using these tools. A great way to test your knowledge is to try solving beginner-level challenges on websites like HackerRank or LeetCode. Don't worry if you can't solve them all. The goal is to practice applying what you've learned. These first 2 months are the bedrock of your entire programming education. Build them strong. In your third month, we will move beyond the basic syntax and into more intermediate concepts. The focus now is on organizing your code and working with more complex data. You will start by learning about object-oriented programming, or OOP. OOP is a powerful paradigm that allows you to structure your program around objects, which bundle together data and the functions that operate on that data. You will learn about classes, which are like blueprints for creating objects, and instances, which are the actual objects created from those blueprints. This might feel abstract at first, but it is the standard way that large, complex software is built. To make OOP more concrete, you will practice modeling real-world things as objects. For example, you could create a dog class. This class might have attributes like name, breed, and age. It could also have methods, functions that belong to a class, like bark or fetch. Then you can create individual dog objects, like my dog equals dog, with the values Fido, golden retriever, 5. This way of thinking helps you manage complexity as your programs grow. You will spend a lot of time this month creating your own classes and objects to solve simple problems. This is a skill that separates beginners from intermediate programmers. Alongside OOP, you will also learn how to work with files. Real-world programs often need to read data from files or write data to them. You will learn how to open, read, write, and close text files in Python. This will enable you to create programs that can save their state or process large amounts of information stored in a file. For example, you could write a program that reads a list of names from a file and prints a personalized greeting for each one. This skill is essential for building practical applications that interact with the outside world beyond just the terminal. Finally, you will be introduced to the concept of modules and libraries. You don't have to write every single piece of code from scratch. Python has a rich ecosystem of modules that provide pre-written code for common tasks. You will learn how to import and use modules from Python's standard library, such as the math module for advanced calculations, or the random module for generating random numbers. This is a huge productivity booster. By the end of this month, you will not only be writing your own organized code with classes, but also leveraging the power of existing code written by others. This month is arguably the most important of your entire journey. We will focus on data structures and algorithms, or DSA. If programming languages are the tools, DSA are the techniques. They are the core of computer science and what separates a coder from a true software engineer. Data structures are specialized formats for organizing, processing, retrieving, and storing data. Algorithms are the step-by-step procedures or formulas for solving a problem. Mastering them will enable you to write efficient, scalable code. It is not enough for your code to work, it must also work well, especially with large amounts of data. You will start with fundamental data structures. You are already familiar with some simple ones, like lists, which are often called arrays in other languages. Now you will learn about others. You will study stacks and queues, which are essential for managing tasks and processes. You will learn about linked lists, which offer different performance trade-offs compared to arrays. You will also dive into hash tables called dictionaries in Python, one of the most useful data structures you will ever learn, allowing for incredibly fast data lookup. For each data structure, you will learn its properties, its use cases, and how to implement it from scratch. After getting a handle on data structures, you will move on to algorithms. You will begin with sorting and searching algorithms. How do you efficiently sort a list of 1,000,000 numbers? You will study algorithms like bubble sort, selection sort, and merge sort. You will learn about binary search, an incredibly fast way to find an element in a sorted list. Understanding these algorithms teaches you to think about efficiency and performance. You will analyze them using Big O notation, which is a way to describe how the runtime or space requirements of an algorithm grow as the input size grows. Finally, you will explore more advanced data structures and the algorithms associated with them. You will learn about trees, particularly binary search trees, which are fundamental for organizing hierarchical data and enabling fast searches. You will also be introduced to graphs, which are used to model networks like social networks or roadmaps. You will learn about graph traversal algorithms like breadth-first search and depth-first search. This month will be intense and challenging. You will need to practice constantly, implementing these structures and algorithms yourself. This knowledge is what companies test for in technical interviews, and it is what will make you a competent programmer. Now, it is time to start building. This month, you will learn a crucial tool used by every professional developer, Git. Git is a version control system. It helps you keep track of changes to your code over time. Think of it as a save button for your entire project, but with superpowers. It allows you to revert to previous versions if you make a mistake, collaborate with other developers, and manage different features of your project simultaneously. Learning Git is non-negotiable for becoming a professional programmer. You will also use GitHub, a website that hosts Git repositories and provides tools for collaboration. Your first step with Git will be to learn the basic commands. You will install Git on your computer and initialize your first repository. You will learn the core workflow to stage your changes, to save them with a descriptive message, and to upload them to GitHub. You will also learn to download changes from GitHub and to copy an existing repository to your machine. Practice this workflow every single day, even for the smallest code snippets. Create a GitHub account and start pushing your practice code from the previous months. Your GitHub profile will become part of your resume. With your new Git skills, you are ready to start your first real portfolio project. The goal here is to build something simple but complete. A good first project integrates the concepts you have learned so far. For example, you could build a command line application like a contact book, a to-do list manager, or a simple budget tracker. The application should allow a user to add, view, edit, and delete items. It should also save the data to a file so that the information persists even after the program closes. This project will force you to combine your knowledge of functions, OOP, and file I/O. As you build your project, you will practice using Git professionally. You will create a new repository on GitHub for your project. After you complete a small piece of functionality, you will commit your changes with a clear, concise message explaining what you did. For example, a commit message might be feat. Add function to create new contacts or fix correct bug in file-saving logic. This practice of making small, frequent commits is a professional habit that will serve you well. By the end of this month, you will have a finished project on your GitHub profile and a solid understanding of version control. With one project under your belt, it is time to expand your horizons. In these 2 months, you will build a second, more ambitious project. This time, your project will involve interacting with the internet. Most modern applications are not isolated. They communicate with other services and data sources online. You will learn how to use application programming interfaces, or APIs. An API is a set of rules that allows one software application to talk to another. Many websites like weather services, stock market data providers, or movie databases offer free APIs that you can use to get interesting data for your application. Your second project could be a web application. To do this, you will need to learn the basics of a web framework. For Python, popular choices include Flask or Django. Flask is smaller and simpler, making it a great choice for your first web project. You will learn how to set up a basic web server, how to define routes, the URLs of your application, and how to display information to the user in a web browser using HTML. Your project could be something like a weather app that takes a city name from the user and displays the current weather by fetching data from a weather API. During this phase, you will also deepen your understanding of software development best practices. You will learn about writing tests for your code. Automated tests are programs that check if your main program is working correctly. Writing tests ensures that when you add new features or fix bugs, you don't accidentally break something else. You will learn about unit tests, which test individual components of your application in isolation. You will also continue to use Git, but this time you will learn about branching. Branches allow you to work on new features without affecting the main stable version of your code. By the end of the 7th month, you should have 2 solid projects in your portfolio, a command line application and a web application that uses an external API. These projects demonstrate a wider range of skills. They show that you can not only solve problems with code, but also build applications that interact with external systems. You will have also adopted professional workflows like testing and Git branching. Your confidence will be growing, and your GitHub profile will start to look like that of a real software developer. Keep pushing, because you are getting very close to being job ready. This month is all about polish and presentation. Having great projects is one thing, but presenting them effectively is what will get you noticed by recruiters and hiring managers. Your goal is to turn your collection of projects on GitHub into a professional portfolio that tells a compelling story about your skills and your journey. A great portfolio is your single most important asset when you are a self-taught programmer without traditional work experience. It is the proof that you can do the job. You will spend this month refining your projects and building a simple portfolio website to showcase them. First, go back to your existing projects. Refine them. Make sure the code is clean, well-commented, and easy to read. Add a readme.md file to each project's repository. This is a crucial step. A good readme file explains what the project does, how to set it up and run it, and what technologies you used. Include screenshots, or even a short GIF of your application in action. This makes it easy for someone to quickly understand your work without having to run the code themselves. A well-documented project shows that you are professional and considerate of others who might have to read your code. Next, you will build a simple portfolio website. This does not need to be fancy. A clean, professional one-page website is all you need. You can use simple HTML and CSS, or use a website builder like GitHub Pages, which is free and easy to set up. Your website should include a short bio about yourself, a list of your skills, programming languages, frameworks, tools, links to your projects, and a clear way to contact you. For each project, write a short description explaining the purpose of the project, the challenges you faced, and what you learned while building it. This context is incredibly valuable to employers. Finally, you will work on your online presence. Make sure your GitHub profile is complete. Add a profile picture, a short bio, and pin your best projects to the top of your profile. You should also create or update your LinkedIn profile. Your LinkedIn should mirror the information on your portfolio website. Write a clear headline that says you are an aspiring or junior software developer. Start connecting with recruiters and other people in the tech industry. Your online presence is your digital handshake. Make sure it is firm, professional, and leaves a good impression. With your portfolio ready, it is time to focus on the job application process. This month is dedicated to preparing your resume, practicing for interviews, and starting to apply for jobs. The job search is a numbers game, but a smart strategy can significantly improve your odds. You're not just blindly sending out resumes, you're preparing to demonstrate your value to potential employers. This phase requires a different kind of effort, less coding, more communication, and strategic thinking. But it is just as important as all the technical learning you have done so far. First, craft your resume. As a self-taught programmer, your projects are your experience. Your resume should have a prominent projects section right below your contact information. For each project, use bullet points to describe what you built and the technologies you used. Use action verbs like developed, implemented, designed, and built. You should also have a skills section that lists your programming languages, frameworks, and tools like Git. Tailor your resume for each job application, highlighting the skills and projects that are most relevant to the job description. A one-size-fits-all resume is not effective. Next, you must prepare for the technical interview. This is where your practice with data structures and algorithms pays off. Go back to websites like LeetCode and HackerRank and practice solving problems. Focus on easy and medium-level questions, as these are most common for junior roles. The key is not just to get the right answer, but to be able to talk through your thought process. Interviewers want to see how you approach a problem. Practice verbalizing your solution as you code it. You can do this by yourself, talking out loud, or with a friend who can act as the interviewer. Beyond the coding challenges, you will also face behavioral interview questions. These are questions like, tell me about a time you faced a difficult bug, or how do you handle feedback on your code? Prepare stories from your project building experience that you can use to answer these questions. The STAR method, situation, task, action, result, is a great way to structure your answers. Also, prepare some questions to ask the interviewer. Asking thoughtful questions about the team, the technology, or the company culture shows that you are genuinely interested and engaged. Start applying for jobs towards the end of this month, aiming for a few applications a week. In your final month of this roadmap, your primary focus is the job search itself. You will ramp up your applications, go on interviews, handle rejections, and hopefully receive an offer. This can be an emotionally taxing period, so it is important to stay organized and persistent. Treat the job search like a job itself. Dedicate a certain number of hours each day to searching for roles, tailoring your resume, writing cover letters, and practicing for interviews. Keep a spreadsheet to track the jobs you have applied for, the status of your applications, and any contacts you have made. Rejection is a normal part of the process. You will apply to many jobs and hear nothing back. You will have interviews that don't lead to an offer. Do not take it personally. Every rejection is a learning opportunity. If you complete a technical interview and don't get the job, try to reflect on what went wrong. Did you struggle with a particular type of algorithm? Then spend more time practicing it. Did you have a hard time explaining your project? Then refine your elevator pitch. Persistence is the single most important trait you can have during the job search. Keep applying, keep learning, and keep improving. When you do get an offer, congratulations, your hard work has paid off. But this is not the end of your journey, it is the beginning of your career. The field of technology is constantly evolving. The languages and frameworks that are popular today might be replaced by new ones in a few years. Therefore, the most important skill you can have as a programmer is the ability to learn. You must commit to being a lifelong learner. Continue to build side projects, read tech blogs, take online courses, and explore new technologies that interest you. Your first year as a professional developer will be another intense learning experience. You will learn about working on a team, navigating a large code base, and the specific processes of your company. Be humble, ask a lot of questions, and find a mentor who can guide you. The journey you started 10 months ago has prepared you for this moment. You have proven that you can learn complex topics on your own. You have the foundation and the problem-solving skills to succeed. Embrace the challenges ahead, stay curious, and enjoy the incredible career you have built for yourself.